How's it going, guys? We're back, and I know it's been a long time. Sorry, I've been extremely busy with work and everything else, trying to get this property cleaned up, burnt down that house. And well, anyways, I'm gonna get back to doing the videos again and the fun stuff. So I got this box of goodies from FedEx from Elite Diesels, and the tuning has already been done on the truck. So I went with Elite Diesels. It came with GDP tuning. That was kind of a hassle. I had to go back and forth just to learn stuff and whatnot, but it's done. I tuned the 2022, and you can do it yourself as well. If I can do it, anybody can do it. But it just took a little bit of calling back and forth, and I had a few issues, like my tuner. Actually, I was able to get a tune in the truck, and I read my ECM and TCM, or ECU and TCM, whatever, same shit. I read those, sent my serials to them, and they wrote my tunes the next day, sent it back to me, and I know I did everything right with the commander. Okay, right here it says that you need to unplug all three of these. I did that. Or you can mess up the commander, but I did that. I didn't tune anything wrong. It was just I had a faulty commander, and I went to put the tunes on the ECM, and I couldn't get my commander to link with my computer. And I thought it was something I did. I was like deleting stuff and re-updating the tuning software, and it ended up being my commander took a shit on me in between them writing my tunes and me putting the new tunes on the truck. So I've already made this video like 3 freaking times, but there's something wrong with my mic, and it keeps either delaying audio or making some extremely crazy ass sound when I'm talking, and y'all don't want that, so you're just gonna have to listen to the wind, I guess, because my mic has a sock on it that helps that, but it's not working. So what I was saying was GDP, I called them. They sent me a new commander, and I just boxed up my broken one, sent it back to them free of charge, lickety split. We tuned the truck, it was ready to go, and I was extremely relieved. But anyway, I'm just gonna get to grinding on this truck. I'm gonna take everything off that needs to be gone now, and I mean, it doesn't need to be gone, but I don't want it on there if it ain't working. So I'm not gonna be like an instructional video with it. There's plenty of those out there for the 6.7s. I mean, they've been out since 2015 or so, or no, 2011, and so there's plenty of videos on how to do this. So only thing I will show you is that this EGT probe right here. See this pipe right here on your EGR system? This pipe does not get as hot as your actual exhaust manifold down in there. So when you put your block off plate on, it has an EGT probe on it. If you put this EGT probe, come on, focus, this EGT probe back in that block off plate, what I've heard is you get some crazy sporadic, some like off the wall EGT temps. So what you do is you pull the EGT probe off of your DPF system that come off your exhaust. The first one that I believe is the first one that comes off of your off the downpipe. It'll have the downpipe little black canister setting off to the side of your exhaust for some weird reason, and then it'll have an EGT probe right there after it. I'll show you, but you pull that one off and you replace this one with it, and you should be able, for what I've seen, you should be able to read your EGTs with a tuner or screen or whatever you got in your truck. So that's what we're gonna do, and we'll see. Got 2 3/8 extensions. I'm gonna hit this with I'm just gonna soak the shit out of those with PB Blaster. Set this off over here. Got an actual hammer now. I'm gonna put it on the head of that bolt and give her a good love tap. Here's that one. I'm gonna give this dude a love tap as well. Now we're gonna pray to God that that helped. This is a newer truck, but ooh, it never freaking know. Ooh, she's loose. Get this other dude here. And she's loose. Hopefully the whole bolt comes out, right? Can't get my hand down in there. Oh, hell yeah. Mine was already getting pretty gunked up. Look at that there. Pretty rusty. This is a 2022 and there's already rust on these. Be careful. And two. Scary part's over with. Yeah, they're already, like you see deposits of rust in there. And yeah. Yep. Them are out. As soon as you grab one of these, must have. Okay, this one matters as well. Be careful with it. All right, we got them dudes off of there. The bolts I was hitting, well, the bolts I was hitting with the hammer were these two dudes right here. Them get pretty rusty and like to break off, and then there's kits that you can drill them out with, but be real careful with those two. Mine were already getting rusty, and they're brand freaking new. So, yep, that's what I was hitting with the hammer. Was and I soaked them in PB Blaster, if you can tell. It's all wet down there. But anyway, be careful when removing those. This is a 2022, and mine already had rust on them, and they were pretty stout when I had to bust them loose. They popped pretty good, so be careful. Yeah. What I'm gonna do is after I get all this done, make my mess, I'm gonna get my water hose and spray off in here before I start it. I'm not baking that coolant off and everything. Pop it off. Vacuum line. I think you twist this 90 off of here. Yeah, like that. Give her a pull. Try not to break your vacuum line. Okay. One fell off my step stool. But anyway, what I just did, this vacuum hose line right here, it had this 90 like that on there, and it was connected up underneath here on your actuator, your valve. But pull that 90 off of there. I'm just going to put the 90 back on the actuator. Then your kit will come with this little, the tiny block off hose. Just going to plug that on right there. Push it all the way down. This freaking stuff here is making it hard. Push it all the way down till it's bottomed out. There you go. I wonder where that vacuum line goes. Oh, it goes all the way to right here. I might just take it all the way off. So it's not there and in the way. I'll probably do that once I get the cooler off. Take that vacuum line all the way off. Turn it off. That bolt way back in there, once you broke it loose with your ratchet, you had to freaking get your thumb in there like that and twist her off. That'll give you a thumb ache. There we go. Holy crap, that was hard. Okay, these stupid things. I'll show you. There's one. It's back there on. It's focusing on my hand. On that, see that bolt right there? I just uncovered. Right, let me. Okay, see that bolt right there? One of, where's it at? One of those right there. There's one right there. Right. There's one right there. But they look like this. And they got a zip tie through them. And that wiring harness is zip tied to the top of it. And I couldn't pull it off of the stud. So just cut the zip tie and then you can thread it off of the stud. And yeah, see, it's got a lot of teeth in there. I could not pull that off, so I had to just twist it off. But I might reuse it whenever I get everything off of here and put a new zip tie through it. Gotta take me a break. Look at there. It's got some salmon and rice. Ooh, that's gonna be good. Ooh, that's a big piece. Oh, almost lost it. Look at that. Thank you. So if you can see, let me get it to focus. That first stud there, that's a 10mm. I got that little ratchet, and I'm just kind of moving it back and forth with my pointer finger and my thumb. Just kind of working it off, pushing it with my thumb, bringing it back, pushing with my thumb, bringing it back. And finally, look, I done turned my hand freaking pencil colored. I'm rubbing it on something over there, but I've been sitting there going back and forth to that stupid ratchet forever. And set that up there. There's what it came off of, right? A little stud right there. That one. Anyway, now I got one more. It's underneath this bracket here that I've heard people had hard times moving around. It's a EGT port, so probably is hard to move. I don't know. Okay, I don't know if the older trucks are like this, like 17 through 19, or hell, even 20 through 21, but that EGT port right here, see it? Sorry. Right here, focus, come on. That was on that stud right here. It's got a hole in it, but the new ones, if you just get something to pry up on it, the bracket they have, focus, damn it. The bracket that they have swivels around the actual EGT port, so you can rotate it plumb off of there. You just gotta get a little bit of leverage at first and rotate it out of your way. There you go. They thought they got smart with that one. Okay, the moment of truth. I think I have everything disconnected and out of the way and whatnot. Let's and I got my bucket underneath there to catch all the coolant that falls. Please don't. Oh yeah. Okay, just check here. Just a little bit of leaking angel. All right, I'm gonna get you a front row seat for this part. So there's what we got. I tried to clean off the excess coolant right here, but it just keeps coming. Even sopping it up with the rag on my old shirt here, but it still just continues to pour out. So I'm just gonna throw the plate on there and then rinse it off real good. So this can only go on one way. The dowel pins will line it up for you. There's a gasket on them. Well, there's two gaskets on there, and then there's a gasket on top. So those first two gaskets make up the seal there. Then grab this dude, and it doesn't have anything on the bottom. Well, it's got a little cutout right there, so the coolant goes through those holes, and it's got a pretty big cutout, so it should flow good. And then we'll set that right there. It'll kind of stay on its own. I'll work a bolt down in there through the holes and into the manifold, well, into the valve cover. And then this second one in there, give it a wiggle. There we go. And the third one. So get it started. I'm gonna grab my Allen key wherever the hell it went. Okay, here is my old EGT port on, see, down pipes this way. There's that black canister I was talking about, and there's the port you need to pull. It's on the front of your DPF system. Okay, I just threaded that dude off in that block off plate right there, and then there's this little clip here. You can hang it in, and then you plug it in to this EGT port right here, and hopefully you don't get no codes. All right, final result, this is what we have. So after I got everything in, I put the EGT temp sensor in there, and then hung it right there on that clip right there, and then plugged it in. And that clip kind of keeps it from, if you see down in here, if you were to just let it freely without that clip, you could probably get into the serpentine system with it, so that keeps that away from there. I zip tied up this wiring harness with the two plugs on it. Zip tied it there, zip tied it there, and then there was a hole right here on this tongue that wasn't being utilized, so I zip tied this wiring harness to that hole there, and that make it look a little bit factory, and then try to minimize these cables wobbling around as much as possible. And then this little dude right here, this is what the two last bolts that I took off of the EGR system, and the main wiring harness held inside of there, kind of down on it like that or so, and it wasn't connected to anything, and it was putting in a lot of unnecessary weight on this wiring harness, pushing it down on the engine and whatnot. So I took it off as much as, but I don't know, I took that part off. Now it's just kind of freely hanging in here. I might find something to hang it up over here on this battery box or something. I don't know. I'll figure that part out, but it's really not that big of a deal. Yeah, just started it and let it idle for a little while. I need to top it off with coolant a little bit better. I put some in it, what I had, and it was almost a full gallon, but I need to add a little bit more, so I'll have to grab some. And so far so good. I'm gonna take her for a spin down the road, see how it acts. But no codes. It's been idling for quite a while now, but no codes at all yet. Well, I ended up hurrying up because I thought it was gonna rain, but it's still not raining yet. But anyway, oil temps at 122 after idling, and so we're gonna give her a test spin. This truck is so much fun now. It just flat out gets it. It freaking goes. She sounds good. Starting to look good. I just love these trucks. Man. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Figured I'd get you a little bit of exhaust whistle.